We have Coach Jason Dolliver. We have Avery Wagner, number 12, Kirsten Fry, number 22, and Maya Dolliver, number 4. Coach Dolliver, if you would start with some general comments about today's game.
Well, today's game is exactly what we expected. We know Oakland Craig real well. They're a really good team with a lot of good players. So we knew we were in for a battle. What I was hoping for is that the girls would just do their thing, because if they did, we knew we'd have a shot to win it at the end. And that's exactly what happened. We just hung around and kept fighting and pushing.
Open up for questions. Yes.
Coach, I got a question for you. I mean, a lot of times in any class, if there's teams from Lincoln or Omaha, and people pencil them in as kind of the favorites. To have two teams kind of from that northeast Nebraska area, what does it say about the talent up that way?
There's a lot of talent up there. I was talking to somebody here recently. I remember coaching the two on the end against a bunch of those girls on the other team when they were 3rd and 4th graders in the old gym in Pender, and they were battles way back then. And we've just battled all the way through, not just with Oakland Craig, but with a lot of the teams in the area. I think that helps us out, you know, when you have great competition that you go up against night in and night out. It's only going to make you better.
When it comes, When it comes to how that game unfolded, you guys just jumped out early, got out to a quick start, and then as the third quarter hit and it got late, Oakland Craig really fought back and made you grit your teeth. Can you kind of talk about the trust you have in your players to weather that storm, because you got 3 great players up here and then also in the locker room celebrating? Can you kind of talk about them a little bit?
You bet. You know, we've experienced some adversity throughout the course of the year. We've been in a lot of big games, a lot of tough games. Whenever you play a good team, you know you're not going to keep them down the entire time. You just got to stay strong. And when it's an emotional roller coaster. And so when it's up, take it, ride it, and when it's down, don't go down with it. Stay even keel, stick together, stay strong, support each other, and that's exactly what we did today when it got tough. Is we stuck together and just kept trucking along, because our legs are tired. We've got some tired girls.
Dale?
Maya, what was kind of running through your head during those late free throws?
I was just thinking, like, just breathe. You've shot a million free throws. Like, just take your time and just shoot it.
Coach, and any of the players too, is just, you mentioned the word battle, and that's really what it was. I mean, it was frantic pace, bodies on the floor. I know you played them recently, and we're expecting that, but what can you say just about the physicality in this game and the intensity of it?
It's exactly what we expected. It did not take us by surprise at all. We knew that was going to be the case, and it's because we've played them. This is our 5th time in the last 2 years, and we knew exactly what we were going to get from them. It was a matter of us just stepping up to the table and making sure that we bring our A game too when it comes to effort. And gosh, they did that like crazy today.
Was the best you had done against the 3-point shooters that they have? They were 3 of 21 today, and Scott said that's unlike them.
We played them 3 times this year. They scored 43 points, 43 points, and 42 points. So I think we had a pretty consistent defensive effort against them. Actually, maybe our best defensive effort. Maybe that what you're talking about played into the equation too. But yeah, you know, we knew that. It was a matter of getting rebounds, I think, because, you know, when the shot doesn't go in, you got to give them one shot, and we did a great job of that.
Yes.
Hey, Maya, can you kind of just walk me through the team that you guys have, the bond, what it means to play with your sister, for your father, and I'm sure with everyone that's in the community, riding your back and riding your curtails to a Class C2 championship?
Yeah, well, as you know, there's 12 of us out on this team, and so it just makes us all so close. And being in a little small town, you hang out with these people every day, and we just created this very strong bond that's just crazy and super fun. And playing with my dad and my sister, it's just a dream come true. I didn't even know I would ever play for him again after elementary years, and then he took the head coach, and I was super excited, and knowing my sister was coming up, I was super happy about that.
Avery, you didn't have the best shooting day, but you came up with 7 rebounds. How big was that to the whole thing? And yeah, when you're not scoring not worrying about that?
None of us really ever worry about who scores the ball before every single game. We always say it doesn't matter who puts the ball through the hoop as long as it's going in. And my shot wasn't going in, so I just knew I needed to do what was best for my team and go get those boards and step it up on defense. And I think that's really what helped us pull out, is knowing our roles and following what's going in for us.
Yes.
Another question for you, Avery. I saw last game towards the end on the bench, you were kind of going through it. Was that an injury that you had, or were you? What was kind of the situation there? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I have a hip injury. It's been battling it all season, and it's unfortunate it kind of flared up at this tournament. But being able just to have a whole team of 11 girls behind me and great coaches and just keeping me going, knowing it was going to be worth it in the end, it just didn't even really think about it, just knowing that I had everybody supporting me. And yeah, I'm okay.
Kirsten, 4 3-pointers today. What kind of went into that, and just your confidence to be able to make those and shoot those shots today?
Well, I know that our main role on the team would be defense, but I'd say another role of mine is shooting, and everyone just encouraged me to keep shooting even if I'm not hot, like the first quarter. All the coaches and them, they just tell me keep shooting, so I kept shooting until I was hot and kept it going, and yeah.
Yeah, I think made a couple in a row in the second or third quarter there. What was that stretch like, hitting a couple in quick succession there?
Yeah, we just had a lot of energy, and I knew if I'm hot, I got to keep shooting, so that was kind of the mindset.